Hello gamers, it is me, UltaScoob. Oh crap, I didn't start the recording correctly. Whatever. Let me just fix that for y'all now. Oh my god. Let's just zoom that out a smidge. There we go. And then we're just going to... There we go. What is up, guys? It is me, UltaScoob, and welcome to the entire Fortnite storyline. 45 minutes, I suppose. Um, shout out, hello, top 5 gaming. Um, thank you for informing me of the Fortnite storyline, and let's get into it. Whoa. Alright, well, what am I doing wrong? Get into full screen. And let's get into it.
Storyline is 6 years in the making, and in that time we followed a journey that ties every single event, season, and character together.
Gotcha.
As moments come and go, there is one thing that has always remained constant.
Is there?
The test of time as wars have been fought above it, super villains have tried to steal it, and it is destabilized way too often. From the first appearance in the butterfly event to now being the key of Chapter 5, this is the entire Fortnite storyline explained.
Okay. What I've gathered so far is that this is the beginning of the Fortnite story.
Facility at the crash site disguising themselves as the government.
They are the government.
They weren't fast enough.
Oh, that sucks.
Breaks out of the meteor and escapes the facility. And this is our first introduction to the Visitor.
The Visitor. Okay, I'm learning a lot of things, but I want to do something funny, so I'll be back. Hello guys, it's me. Okay, I'm back. I am Luigi now. So how this is going to go is that I, Luigi, will now be learning of the Fortnite storyline. Let's continue.
He's on a mission to test the capabilities of their airtight suits, which we learn later on protects them from the effects of the loop.
What is the loop? Okay. Oh, that's awesome.
Film set and converts it to Rift back home.
Okay, he goes back home. Okay. So he's on his way home.
This was supposed to be a harmless mission. Instead, it began the Fortnite storyline as we know it. A simple rift that would ultimately invite pure evil to the island and kickstart 6 years of bloodshed and war.
6 years of bloodshed and war. So what I've gathered is that this guy trying to go home has single-handedly caused Fortnite as we know it. Which isn't a good thing, as I can clearly see, because the loop is a bad thing, I guess. And, we need to stop it. Alright. So they look like they're all going into the meteor. Oh, no, they're all making something. Oh, a rift. Who is that? What's happening? Okay, an explosion. Okay, now it's red. Oh, now it's a meteor. Now it's crashing down into that bomb-looking thing. Okay, I'm back. I had to go grab my fan. Okay, and now the world has exploded. It's hitting a dance. And oh no! Oh, there goes everything that we could have possibly known or loved, all gone. Oh, and then something exploded. Okay. Chapter 2, Zero Crisis. Okay. What I have gathered here is that the guy left, which caused something to go wrong, which means the meteor came. The meteor shot a bunch of lasers into this bubble, which caused the entire planet to explode, reverse into Chapter 2, the Zero Crisis. Oops. Interesting.
Around the map and brings his lab to the island.
It brings his lab to the island.
Residents see this being get closer, and just before he arrives, the plan is revealed. Tony spent all this time building custom
so Tony Stark,
explosives, cannons, and lasers.
He's the one who built the battle bus? No, he built a better battle bus. And there is Galactus. he tried to steal the big orb thing, the 0 point. He tried to take the island's balls, the 0 point. We fight him off, okay.
Before he rifted him away for good, and this causes major problems. With Galactus exposing the 0 point, it has once again started to destabilize. We know this time period as the Zero Crisis, and this time the 7 aren't here to save it. So right now the Imagined Order is panicking, but for a different reason. They don't care if reality breaks down, they just want to make sure nobody jumps into the 0 point and escapes the loop.
Okay, so why don't they want anyone to escape the loop?
88 different realities, jumped after jump to the galaxy's best bounty hunters, so hunt down those trying to leave. After spending months on this task, he returns only to find that the 0 point is worse than he left it. He begs his boss, Dr. Sloan, to do something, but she won't listen.
She's evil.
Recording these logs if you're not gonna listen. We've lost control of the 0 point. Do you get what that means? You must not, because you're doing nothing. I've dedicated my life to the Order. I've given everything. And for what? To just sit back and watch reality end? That's not
okay, he's not happy. He is raging.
This is not who I am. Not anymore.
Time is running out and Jones refuses to submit. Instead, he takes matters into his own hands, defecting from the IO for good. And that's
okay, so he left the government.
This is Agent Jones
Imagined Order thing.
Restricted file 8752.
8752.
Really? No time to stabilize reality, but plenty of time to revoke my credentials. This is Agent Jones requesting access to all materials related to the 7. Oh, great! If you're not gonna give me what I need.
Okay, so he lost the game. He did not get the #1 victory royale.
Knowledge, he hops on a battle bus and heads straight for the island, where the 0 point is on the brink of imploding. He rushes through all of the hunters he spent months recruiting and gets there just in time.
Okay, Hadouken, Peely dies. Okay, epic. So he does that. And here comes a giant rock. The rock explodes. Okay.
It actually worked.
And something is in the rock. It is that guy who is
no reason to trust me, but oh no. Hang on.
Oh. Ah. Okay, so he gets his ass kicked.
I can get you to Geno. And the sisters. I can get you all of them. But I need your help to fix it.
Okay. So
finally, we are introduced to the Foundation.
The Foundation is his name. He is the leader of the 7. The Geno.
To give him Geno, he's actually willing to help protect the 0 point.
Okay.
As it starts to break down, the orb blooms like a flower. Jones has studied it his entire life. This is the first time he's seen it react like this.
There goes.
No time to admire it though. It's destabilized and is already way too far gone to see.
That's pretty.
The only option now is to contain the blast. The Foundation
contain the blast.
in a tower of stone, and in the ultimate sacrifice, tells Jones to overload his portal gun, leaving them both trapped in the loop.
Okay. And getting trapped in the loop is a bad thing. Okay, so what happened there is that we got kidnapped by a alien society. So we could destroy the purple cube guy. Interesting.
Making their way through the mothership, which at this point is full of guards and obstacles. Eventually, though, we make our way to the final room, an abduction chamber with corny complex and all of the bombs attached to it, primed and ready to go. Satisfied that Operation Skyfire is a near success, Sloan arms the bombs. Now, there's only one problem. The aliens have one trick up their sleeve.
We thought it was gone.
It's the cube guy.
Last time it nearly destroyed the island.
We're able to shut it down. But with 2 minutes left until detonation, Sloan delivers the bad news.
The bad news.
Now I have to play mine. We are fighting a war in which we are hopelessly outgunned.
Okay.
Bring you home. Now there is a chance.
So we're going to die?
Can make it back to the island.
Oh.
And out.
So she betrayed us, and we're all going to die now? Okay.
We approach the
so we're
cube
panicking.
and collectively use our power to remove its corruption and restore its purity. Now
Okay.
blue, it's on our side until the ground begins to rise. We've been standing on an elevator this entire time, and it was taking us higher and higher into the mothership. Turns out there's one final reveal, a plot twist that would send waves through the Imagined Order's ranks and change our perspective on the story forever. The Chimera didn't bring the cube from Chapter 1. In fact, they're not even the Chimera. That was just an enslaved army. The true evil is in this room. It is here we meet the last reality.
The last reality. So there's a lot of cube guys. Oh! That is a lot of goddamn... That guy on the right, he's just as confused as that. That is a lot. And then we nuked him. Hooray! Okay, so he was taken. And he's dying. Uh-oh. And then the door opens and the Foundation guy is back. Oh my god, he just pixels that guy. They're both dead. Okay. I wiped my nose. The Rock? Back up.
I watched you die.
She watched him die, but he was the Rock this entire time? So the Foundation is secretly the guy from Fast and Furious 6? Which means the main character of Fortnite is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? I have no words.
I got over it.
He got over it? Damn. Okay, so we destroyed the cube guys, and now the island flipped over. Chapter 3. Zero War.
The island has flipped. The Imagined Order was caught by total surprise, but so were the Seven. Their plan to take back control of the island has been stopped short by the caretaker breaching the wall, and because of this, the hiding spot for the past 4 years has been revealed.
So that's not good.
On the other side of the island at a place named Sanctuary.
So this guy, the Seven, these guys, including Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, were all living upside down? This is... The Fortnite story might be just too much for me to handle. Like, oh my gosh.
Now this peaceful retreat has been exposed to the Imagined Order, who are furious and already planning their counterattack. Seven and IO have been at each other's throats, but never took full-scale action against each other until now. Where the
I see. I get it. I got it. Uh-huh. The Zero War.
As the Seven recruit as many loopers as possible, the IO already has them outgunned. Other members of the team join the fight, such as
Dr. Strange. Okay.
Plans to push back against the army. He has one of the most interesting backstories in the Seven. Once known as the Cube King, he ultimately realized that their dark energy could only be used for evil, so he escaped, leaving his identity behind for a new life. He was captured by the Imagined Order shortly afterwards, who tortured him for answers, but one day, the Seven broke in and rescued him. He walked out of that prison with a new name, The Origin, and has been their field tactician ever since. But he's not the only member with an intriguing life. The Order and the Imagined are the sisters that Foundation asked Jones to find. We don't know how they were reunited, but both of them are available to help in the war against their father, Geno. The Imagined has been spending her entire life trying to take revenge on her father. As children, he genetically modified them to be perfect warriors with immortality and super strength. Reality was their playground, but one day, things changed in an instant. One of the members of his inner circle offered him a bed. Could the sisters become the first ever to escape the loop, and how long would it take?
I see.
Confident, but his obsession with perfection was also their downfall.
Oops.
The sisters did end up escaping the loop, but not fast enough, and when they returned home, the loop had created snapshots. Only these versions were more brutal, and Geno had a realization. He replaced his own daughters with more powerful snapshots, forcing the sisters to turn their backs on him and join the Seven under new names. However, despite being twins, they have very different motives. The Order wants to help destroy the loop and give people their freedom, while the Imagined simply wants revenge. Despite all of this manpower, there's only one person left who could help win the fight, and she crashed onto the Ice Moon years ago. Yes, the
Ice Moon
is adamant that reaching Paradigm will turn the tide in their favor. As far as the others are concerned, Paradigm is dead and a traitor, yet the scientist always held out hope. He's in love with her and is desperate to see her again. After breaking through to her, turns out she's alive but trapped inside the mech. To convince the others, scientist tells him that he was talking with the AI in her suit instead. At that same time, Sloane is busy on her counterattack. With the Lupus rally behind the Seven, she realizes they're losing the battle and decides on a more destructive plan. Instead of wasting resources by fighting on land, she calls up her Doomsday department and begins working on a device known as the Collider.
The Collider.
The same one that was going to be used during the final showdown before Paradigm talked them out of it. If it destroys the Seven for good, Sloane will stop at nothing to achieve that goal. The Order hears about these plans and tells the others. The rescue mission is a go, and not for Paradigm, but for her mech, which will be essential to destroying the Collider and winning the Zero War.
The mech is the giant mech. Hear me out. No, the giant bear hybrid thing with the dinosaur hand. And that is essential to the Fortnite storyline? And I was there for that? I've been there since the beginning of the Fortnite storyline? Okay, so
with Sloane out of the picture, the Order
she died.
Look up only to spot their father, Geno. He's here to personally face off against them and gets the Order in a chokehold. This is ridiculous. You're still my blood. Just ask and I'll let you live. Send you somewhere safe. Little does he know, the Imagined isn't very interested. I have a better idea. We'll set you somewhere, father, everywhere. One last sacrifice, the Imagined decides that killing Geno is worth the cost. She gets her final wish, tackling him straight into the 0 point, and as it cycles through countless realities, they are both ripped apart, atoms scattered across the Omniverse.
Damn.
Who is that?
The 0 point is focused on Geno. This is our best chance to find him.
Let's go!
Alright.
Alright, it's up to you now. We don't have much time.
And the Collider is destroyed. But as you can tell by the length, that's not the end of the Fortnite storyline. So let's continue.
Amy sends through the portal immediately goes searching for him as he is her creator. But when they return, they give us an update on the fate of the Seven.
Darker than the worst imaginable. You'll find him. But will you get there in time to save him?
The Foundation once said that their armor keeps them alive in different realities, even the nothing beyond them. But after being devoured by Chrome, they're different now, slowly losing themselves to the darkness. Amy, as a robot, is programmed to protect the scientist and does everything in her power to save him. She prepares a rescue mission with a new body and goes through the Rift Gate. This will be the last time we see Amy. Instead, the portal begins to destabilize, bringing more realities to the island before breaking down and closing. The resulting earthquakes cause the ground to collapse on itself, revealing this abandoned world. The Shapeless Man's plan failed, but there's another villain around the corner and he will change the storyline as we know it forever. Before that happens, we look deep into the jungle where our mind is blown. In the wreckage of a crushed tank, Dr. Sloane emerges.
The girl got crushed in the tank is still alive? And she's now hunting?
Survived the 0 War and is confused by how she got here. However, it's not long before she gets her bearings and begins to investigate this strange ancient world. In the ruins, she finds markings that predict the future, along with an apparatus used by those who lived here thousands of years ago. She had no idea what happened to this society. They were an advanced civilization who used the stars to project the future, and yet they vanished without a trace. The markings show an incoming eclipse that'll bring the end of the world. But with further research, Sloane realizes that this phenomenon isn't natural. How could the ancients predict this with the stars if it wasn't a natural event? There's only one explanation: it has already happened before. They're warning us that soon it'll happen again. So Sloane realizes the signal is all too familiar and calls an old friend for backup. And just like that, it's time for the eclipse to arrive. As the daylight is covered and the island is shrouded in darkness, Cato Thorne makes himself known. He's a vampire who's made a whole career collecting various artifacts from across reality. On the surface, he runs a successful hotel resort business, but in the shadows, Cato has a time machine. He uses this to travel through history, collecting relics and treasures for his own personal collection, such as Aura's skull, Midas's severed hand, and an ancient calendar which seemed to have ties to the Seven. Now, he's arrived in 2023 at the perfect opportunity for Sloane to pull off a daring heist. She's abandoned the imagined order, or what's left of it, realizing the error of her ways, or so we think, as she keeps to herself and focuses on this mysterious plan. Phase 1 of this
so
operation
she's gonna
involves
betray
stealing
us,
the
I'm
time
guessing.
machine from under Cato Thorne's nose. She hires a group of professional thieves to pull off the heist of a century as they sneak into his mansion and get away without a problem. Before Cato can retaliate and feast on his prey, he has even bigger worries. As a time-traveling vampire, he has made a lot of enemies, especially hunters like Shimmerdusk, who have spent years chasing him. Now, without the time machine as an escape route, Cato is left defenseless, and she slays her arch-nemesis once and for all. With Cato dead and the device in Sloane's hands, it's time for Phase 2. They experiment with the machine at a temporary headquarters, bringing artifacts from 2018 to their front yard. It functions as intended, and Sloane is confident that this will work. She just needs a helping hand from an old acquaintance, Agent Jones. He's laid low after the Zero War, but with Sloane's influence, she persuades him to go on her secret mission, to go to the past. His goal is to extract an unknown thing or person without changing the timeline. So
so they go back to the beginning of Fortnite, and that's what starts the chapter 1 chapter.
As she sends messages from the future back in time with a deadly reminder.
Everything you do will ripple forward to this very moment. You're back for a reason. And it's not to change the future, by the way. Drop that fantasy right now. This is an extraction, and you're leading the way.
I see.
This, Jones has started to alter the timeline. The Ice King and his prisoner never arrive in the island. The mech never gets constructed. And in order to complete his extraction, Jones ties the time machine to the scientist's rocket. The future, for the first time, is unknown.
This is the first time in countless lifetimes that I don't know what happens next. We're both heading off into the unknown. I guess this is goodbye for this me and that you. But we'll meet again. Reality's not done with us yet. Keep the campfires burning, Jones. Wherever and whenever you go.
Thank you guys so much for making it to the end.
And there we go, gamers. That is the entire Fortnite storyline explained by Top 5 Gamer. Gaming. Not gamer. Gaming. Thank you, Mr. Top 5, for teaching us of the almost hour-long Fortnite lore, and to you, the viewer, continue to like the videos and stuff, and subscribe, and maybe one day Fortnite will give me a skin. Think about that. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.